Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. And I am playing as Jingliu today, with the Jingliu team with Luca, Bronya, and Locha. And we have to go rest in the private bath chambers for ourselves. We've done a lot. Our characters have done a lot. The group we've been with, fine on my day. Casterus, everyone's done so much. And I don't know if like this rest is going to be like a true rest, because you never know in this game. You lie your head down on the pillow, you sit into a bath, and then all of a sudden a new character shows up and starts saying stuff to you. And then usually the biggest plot point in history happens. So resting doesn't always go amazing for our characters. It doesn't always go great. But I'm still... What's this? Exhaustion envelops you. At this moment, no god or Amphoreus could pull your gaze from this lounge chair. That's a what way to put it. What's that? Maybe I missed... we were told what that crystal thing is. We'll check it again in a bit. Are you asleep, y'all? Poor Mem. Look at the hands and the hips as well. Honestly... Mem's not wrong. Like, I personally find it very difficult to fall asleep if there's like lights in different places. I don't mind if there's like a little dim light in the distance or something like that. You know what I mean? Like if there's like light from like a hallway or something like that, like a tiny light. But I really love like sleeping in the darkness. But also if I'm tired enough, man, I'll sleep in the middle of like the, you know, the day on a couch. You know what I mean? Like I'll do it, no problem. And after everything that Stella's gone through, 100%. Something seems off. Did you notice? Oh, Mem. She get embarrassed? What do you notice? Oh. Oh, Mem's adorable. You can say more than single words now? Is that what... Wait. Is that what... Because you know what's so funny? I actually didn't notice it. But what I did notice is, you might have heard there, Mem kept speaking longer than they usually would. And I was like, wait. And I stopped for a second, kind of being like... Because I thought they had stopped earlier. I didn't even notice it as like full sentences though. So now they can do Mem in full sentences. Really cool. That's actually really cool that that's the way I noticed it. I didn't notice it kind of going, oh, she's speaking full sentences, but it was more of just like a natural, like, wait, Mem is still talk. Okay. You know, because I interrupted her by accident. In a proper manner. Why do I speak in such a proper, uncutesy manner now, referring to myself in the standard first person and all? Maybe it gives you more personality? Why aren't your words enunciated? Ooh, phooey. Maybe it gives you more personality, maybe. See, I have to wait for Mem to finish now, you know? Beforehand, I knew, like, Mem would only do short bursts. Mem's adorable. The forgiving type. I don't sound as bad. Wait, who are you really? So can you tell me about yourself now? It's so crazy that I didn't notice it until like, but like there was this random thing where I was like, she's speaking for a very long time, but I didn't notice in like, oh, that's a big change or whatever. I just thought like Mem was just like got more comfortable or something for a second. Okay. We can do that. Their voice, whoever did the voice acting for this, I need to know who they are. Well, that's beautiful to hear. Sorry to burst your rule. I'm the protagonist here, so once again, it's all down to the one gal and her dog. We're an ensemble cast. I guess we could say this. Honestly though, like, I think that could be a mechanic in this again, you know, leaning into like what I feel like is a very like, and not a bad thing, a very like classic RPG type style of collect a bunch of stuff to like, you know, reclaim something. Maybe you are reclaiming your memories. Oh, ma'am. You're more than a sidekick. You're everything. Look at them. Someone pat her belly right now. Do it right now, or forever be punished. I'll take a break too. That must feel amazing though to have like your fur being toasty warm. You know what I mean? Mem just fell asleep floating? Okay. Your conscience sinks into dreams. At the edge of the dreamscape you hear a whisper. Open this book. Oh, what are you doing now? I'll be waiting for you in the past. I told you this happens. What? Light the starry sky until the book appears? Who? Do I have to hold it? Okay, hold it. This is one of the Titans. Which one, though? I haven't memorized the symbols, I'll be honest. Wait, what's happening? Having learned about Castor and Cameron's past, now dropping the strand of the nameless recollection. Triangle? What the hell is this? Whose visage comes into view? Midamo's story on the empty pages? What? Is that Midamos in the picture there? In like the card? That's really cool. Look at these images. So we have to record his story, the story that we've learned. Look at all the sign. Look at the background. Blood. Crown Prince. I thought it said gay for a second. I legit thought it said gay. Honestly though, like, this is a really cool thing. I don't even know what it is. I just know that the image is cool. Are we like collecting people's stories as we go forward? Maybe this is something that like Black Swan wants. Those flame chasing people, those forgotten stories as I've written. What is happening? Name bathed in blood, the last prince, chapter 10, Midamos. This is. Are we actually going to see their story?
Among the soldiers, there was the famed city.
This is so cool.
Kremnos, a place every warrior longed for.
This is so freaking cool.
Champion of the Kremnos festival was an honor that only the cream of the crop could attain.
There's no glory to be found in an accolade, only obtainable through slaughter.
Agreed.
A man blocks my way. His name is Midamos.
Oh my god, it's like it's his story. It's a story about him.
Despite being a man of few words,
this is so freaking cool.
News of his deeds had traveled far and wide. His tale is an extraordinary one, they say. Cast off a cliff by his father's
Jesus.
birth, he plunged into the sea of souls and drifted for 9 years.
Who was his dad? Heihachi Mishima?
He managed to survive all of that?
Even the god of death turned him away.
That's a great way to put it.
A mortal body, a gift bestowed upon the man. As with every other crisis era in Amphoreus, a blessing.
So he got an immortal body. He was cast off a cliff by his father's birth and drifted in a sea of souls for 9 years?
Man is seated at the table, expecting me to break the silence. Before us is a cup, filled to the brim with a crimson.
Like in the image, right?
People considered it a Kremnoan tradition to sustain their bodies with fresh blood.
Whatever floats your boat, I suppose.
Popular legends, every body on the battlefield was taken.
Arrogant amateur historian.
He sees straight through my pretense. His gaze as keen and piercing as a lion.
Wow.
This
I think it's a great way to describe his gaze as well.
pomegranate juice.
Oh.
The man scoffs.
He's like, buddy, this ain't what you think it is.
The reason it's called a wild tale is because Castrum Kremnos has long vanished. When their god descended into madness, the city likewise became shrouded.
And we got to witness that as well, didn't we?
Rumor has it that during the last battle of Castrum Kremnos, this man too took to the battlefield, cutting down countless foes, fighting in a sea of blood.
Great imagery.
He drove
Terrifying,
his
but great
spear through
imagery.
the heart of the enemy king. Yet the tip of that spear was directed at his.
Do you think this is when he killed his dad?
A chatter breaks out among the people, and the man rises to leave. The truth of such rumors, he speaks only through his distant silhouette. A silhouette of a body that has withstood endless trials and
Great
faced
image as
death
well.
innumerable times, but bore not a single mark. Midamus, a hero of yore, now a traitor to Kremnos.
I cannot believe how they've done this.
Patricidal Crown Prince.
I'm very impressed. Oh, look at this, and then the armor appears on him as well. It's complete. So maybe it's not Titan stuff we're collecting, but we're collecting people's stories. So we now have this story of Midamus now. So there might be a thing where we collect other people's stories as well. This is showcasing how long the Trailblaze mission is going to be, by the way. And we have other chapters of Midamus as well. Oh my god. Ma'am, hey Lena, what's good your series? Can I say this legitimately, right? I love the idea of telling, because here's the thing, right? In the future, when it comes to telling the story about people from the past, it is told through grand tales, through poetry, through music, through letters, through all these different documents. And one of the ways you do tell stories about like a warrior is through like very sometimes embellished stories. And like while like it can be like something that is not very historically accurate, it's something that is appreciated through time. Like when people talk about like a hero from, you know, medieval times or Greek times or whatever, whatever stories that you heard or whatever ideas that you heard usually are like, you know, based on a real person, but are then like exaggerated. But I still think that's a cool thing to show in this game, because it's not only just like the fact that like, you know, we're getting like historical, because again, you can see in this story, like the way that this person was describing them was like, you know, pretty accurate in some cases, but then also like they were kind of like, you know, making this like a really like almost like a fairy tale in some ways. But I adore the way they presented it. I adore the way that like it showcases exactly how history is kind of documented over time. And the example I would give even like in recent history, I always talk about like, you know, one of my favorite times in all of Irish history was like the times of our rebellions. I always talk about it all the time. It's like one of my favorite periods of history. And you'll see like the way people talk about people back then, like they romanticize them in such massive ways to the point that even movies made about them romanticize those characters and those people that were real people in such ways that makes them seem even like grander than they were. I'm not saying that's happened to Midos. I'm not saying that he wasn't like this amazing tough hero that like went against death, but I'm saying that like there is like, it feels like they are talking about it almost like he's a fictional character rather than he's a real person, which again happens in like this type of culture. They said in the story that he got plunged off a cliff by his dad and was lost in Sea Soul for 9 years, and through that he gained the body of immortality and became a Chrysos heir. And is that the moment I wonder when he went back and killed his dad was when the spear was pointed towards his own world, then I guess after that as well, I wonder. But it's a really cool way they've done this. I think the presentation is freaking incredible. It's really incredible. Hey, Lineup, what's got you so serious? What are you doing here? What's with this book? I definitely think I would like to ask this. I have no clue. I was in deep sleep. The next thing I knew, I woke up here. Since you're here too, does that mean... Oh my god, this picture of Mem. Did our hearts connect to a dream? There must be another explanation. Is there a way we can avoid a meeting? There must be another explanation, maybe? I have no idea. Everything's a bit fuzzy. Let's just say it's kind of a mystical bond for now. Although I'm completely in the dark, I adore the story. They say dreams are veils cast by Ornyx. Could this be a gift from them? It appears that the Titan cherishes you as much as I do, so Ornyx has given us this dream and maybe given us this story, I guess? I get it, a bedtime story. Reading can be such a drag, but still, is there any reward for this? No, like, I actually think that I can't wait to see these. This is going to be one of the most exciting things about this game. I love bedtime stories. Please read one to me. Oh man, I'll read one to you, whatever you want. Like I love stories like that. I love like epic stories like that. And like again, especially since it's like it's on about a real person that we know. I can't wait till I get more into that. And again, as I said, the presentation is incredible. I've got a hunch that the beautiful star we just saw is a treasure that brings stories in our travels ahead. We're sure to encounter many more. So let's keep our eyes peeled and dive into the read together. We need to collect tons of bedtime stories, Denzel. You can read them to me. That's very sweet. I would love to collect these if I can. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So we can write a story. There's also the Saga of Heroes. We can get rewards for this. The reward is the story, game. You don't need to give me this reward. Please. I'll take it. But like, just so you know, I already felt rewarded. I already felt pretty incredible. I already felt awesome. While you were having a strange dream somewhere else in Okema. What did I tell you about dreams, by the way? You fall asleep in this game and then like someone appears to you.
Rest, Lord Finon. The core flame ritual is tomorrow.
Man, he's probably so nervous. But I told you, every time that we either drift off to sleep, we'd sit into a pool and drift off to sleep or whatever. Every single time, no matter what, without fail, something huge happens in terms of like a story beat or something like that. You should take this opportunity to rest, Lord Finon. Core flame ritual is tomorrow, yeah.
Today, tomorrow, what difference does it make? It's always morning in Akima under Kethely's protection.
Would you guys like that? For it always to be morning? For me, like, I think that there's a beauty in, like, nightfall, you know?
So long as the light continues to shine this brightly, I won't be getting any sleep. Why force myself to shut my eyes when I can instead take this time to calm my mind and gather my thoughts? That counts as rest too.
I guess, but sleep is so important. It's like, and the thing is, like, as I've like gotten older, I'm not old or anything, but like, I feel like it's one of those situations where like, when I was like 20, I could like not sleep all night and still go for all day. You know what I mean? But I feel like as you go on, like even like, I'm not saying like even like year by year, you kind of go like, every time like it's almost like you lose a little bit of like. It's almost like it takes away from you like a little bit of like that strength to be able to do stuff like that. You know, the whole thing of like, no, every year it's like, no more that. A little bit more. And eventually like, you know, I think that like if everyone feels it, but like, I think that like at one point you do think you're invincible, right? All the time. And again, I'm still young. I'm still a young person, right? Of course, like I'll always say that. But I think it's also one of those situations where like, I would feel I could do it. I could stay up all night and I could still do all the stuff I need to do that day, but I would not be able to like, 20-year-old Calvin would run laps around me is what I'd say. Which like, again, I know like I'm sounding like I'm an old man. 20-year-old Calvin, like 20-year-old Calvin like is like not even far off from me whatsoever. You know what I mean? I literally see him over there, you know? But still, you know what I mean?
Have you thought things through then?
Not at all. Everything's a jumbled mess still. I don't even know where to start.
Tough situation.
The core flame was blazing hot in my palm in the beginning. But it has completely cooled off now. I can barely feel it.
I wonder, like, if, like, I know the kind of the ceremony's happening tomorrow, but I wonder, like, if it feels like, you know when, like, you've wanted something for so long and you finally get it, I wonder if there's a feeling of, like, is this it? You know what I mean? Because like, I know like it's going to change tomorrow, but like it's one of those things where like, he didn't get this big transformation when he took it. He didn't get this big like, you know, thing or whatever. So I wonder if like there is sometimes a feeling of just like, you know, once you get there. It's like the same as thing as like, you know, building up this idea of something in your mind so much that maybe like it doesn't always live up to what you think it's going to be.
Miss Castoris, does this mean I'm a good match?
But he's seeing it as am I a match for Nicodor? Because again, he even thought Maida was a better match.
I don't quite get how it works, but if it's going to put you at ease, then I will say yes to that.
She's like, if it makes you feel better, you know, I will say it. Which again, I think is very Castor. She likes putting people at ease. She likes making people feel comfortable.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think she's just saying it as well, by the way. I think she does, like, believe it.
That's the abyss in the distance. Oh, that reminds me of the question I didn't get to ask. Back in the temple with the scales of justice, when Orynyx was trying to deter us, why did you stop me, Miss Castoris?
Because I knew there must be another solution. Something more important than the fate of Amphoreus. It is far too cruel and unfair to ask that.
Wow, and especially for someone like Finon, I guess, who gets, as we say, is like he's like a hero. He's like the traditional hero with a bit of a bite. Of course, he has his own personality, as we talked about last time as well. But he's like this traditional hero in like you see in epic movies. But not only that, but like he cares about Amphoreus. He cares about this world. So is asking him like, hey, what's more important than the fate of Amphoreus is a question that like is not fair to ask someone like Finon.
You should know that I would have gone ahead if Don Hung hadn't come up with an answer.
Don
in
Hung's
time.
answer is always amazing. Such a great idea.
I know. We should not have hesitated then. I stopped you before I even realized it myself.
But Castor's was thinking of you as well, though.
It's fortunate we had the both of them there with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. It's a good thing we have.
Well, I'm happy that when I met you, I'll just be honest. Like, really two great characters.
Are you still thinking about the past, Lord Finon?
Every waking moment. I lied to the two demigods just now. I told them the duty of the Chrysos heirs is all I think about now. Do you think I managed to slip by Aglaïa's golden threads this
What
time?
like? Did you think? Is he saying anything? Do you think I managed to be able to like fool her? I guess. Because he thinks more about the duty of the crisis heirs. He's thinking about the past. I guess.
No one fools her,
Yep.
Lord Finon. She merely chooses to turn a blind eye to
Incredible,
our
right?
lies.
And the fact that they know this too, that she's like not someone to be like, is that she's so aware of all this stuff, but she understands. To me, again, that's a good leader. That's a good leader, and it's a good person who's gonna like stand in front on the front lines as well, because she understands that like people are complicated, and sometimes they're gonna tell some fibs, and sometimes they have their own personal hang-ups. And in life, you realize sometimes like calling people out on some stuff that is like a little bit of a fib about themselves can sometimes do more damage than can do good. You have to like always pick your battles, and understanding humans is a big part of that. You know, she could have been honest and be like, "You're lying to me," but she saw in that moment that this was like something a Finon felt he needed to do.
You're right. How foolish of me to think I got
Yeah.
away with it. I often wonder if someone as ordinary as me can really become.
Oh my
a
God, you were
hero.
the definition of a hero.
I thought defeating Nikodor would quell the voice of doubt in my mind. But it has only grown louder.
I think that makes sense. I think the idea that you think that you're going to fulfill everything you wanted by doing this one thing, it never always feels that way, right? It's like the idea of like someone saying that like, when I turn 18, I'm going to feel like an adult, and then you still feel like a baby. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work like that. Just because you get to this one point doesn't mean that you're going to like get to feel like the thing that you like. You know, I defeated Nikodor, right? I have no more doubts. Doubts don't just go away overnight. They just don't. And now there's a new pressure, right? There's a new pressure. It's like the same. It's like it's like say like if you wanted to become the manager of your company, you become the manager, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, why do I still feel doubtful? It's because now you have new responsibilities. Now you have to deal with the fact that you're you have a whole new set of people relying on you. It becomes a whole different situation. You defeated Nikodor, right? You did that. You accomplished that. But now you also have to move on and become this very important person in everyone's life, and to Amphoreus. It's a big deal.
I don't have the right words for you now, but I know you're far from ordinary, Lord Finon. Mighty often calls you Deliverer in jest, but I don't believe he
Deliverer.
means it mockingly.
Yeah, I think my day would be the type of person who would compliment Finon behind his back and be like, "Don't tell him I said that."
I should probably shut out these pointless
They're not
thoughts
pointless.
and empty my mind until the hour of
No,
the
they're not
ritual.
pointless whatsoever. I think it makes perfect sense. I can totally understand what you're thinking.
I did that before sitting for Treeby's history exam. Who in the world could hope to go over those piles of documents and slates? I decided I was better off resigning myself to fate. That way I'd get more time to play and practice.
Wait,
with
so
my
there's a
sword.
Tribby exam? So they teach you, so you have to learn history, which I think is, honestly, for any official and any person in power, a history lesson should be mandatory. I, personally, because so much of our current situations are based on the historical figures in our lives. I think it should be mandatory. Yeah, so I think that's actually really cool. He resigned himself to fate.
How did you do on the exam, then?
My score. I don't remember anymore. All I remember is Treeby punishing me to a full week of cleaning the Chrysos heir's bath, and no one was allowed to help me.
So High Priest Treeby can be strict too.
When it comes to history, it seems.
Please continue with this mentality,
Aw.
Lord Finon. I believe
like
you'll
keep
be
like
all right.
being like I think the carefree aspect of himself is also like, and the kind of like leaving things up to fate and kind of like just going with the flow, like that really like cancels out, not cancels out, but like I think balances out his very like heroic stoicism.
Thank you, Miss Castorus. I think I'll stay here for a little while and keep all of those unruly thoughts out. It's not like anything will come of them.
I mean, you have to like, the thought process is tough.
The sights of Aedes
that.
Elysiae, my homeland, have been flashing before my eyes lately. Those Kremnoans mastered some cutting-edge technology. If only I could separate my soul from my body too. That way I'd be able to fly my soul back to the comforting fields of my homeland anytime.
Oh man. It's like, I feel like this is kind of like, again, like even though he's so good under all these pressures, this is also like a very, again, not relatable in the sense of like, I wish I could like, I'm a hero as well, but I'm saying like, I feel like everyone every once in a while when they have like these tough pressures on them and have these tough situations coming up and these very tumultuous moments, we all think of the idea of like, I wish I could just be in my bed, right? I know that's like a base level stuff. I wish I could just transfer it, but you can't. In this case, it's like, I wish I could like, be back in my homeland, comforted, happy. Honestly, Finder, I'm going to be honest with you. It makes me like you more that you think this way.
That's the only place I can be momentarily at peace.
Wow, man. What? What? wait.
Adventure. Feel free to replace blank with whatever description you see.
What? What's happened? I saw the name.
I bet you're as curious as I am.
Wait, what?
What's going to happen next? Keep it together.
There's no way.
All that excitement isn't going to get you anywhere, you know? Why don't you follow me into another tale on the other side of the cosmos?
Are we actually going to play as HERTA? What?
Ta-da! Recognize this place? HERTA Space Station. The base of a genius and the cradle of science.
I'm so worried that this is going to be the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Look at all these puppets! Aren't they dearly exquisite? Let's just say I've already heard many others secretly gushing. She looks so pretty on more than one occasion.
Is this HERTA talking right now?
If you ask me, though, they barely
It's
did
not.
justice to Madame HERTA's beauty. Maybe just 10%. No, not even 1% of the real deal. Now, I'm no fawner here, just stating an objective fact.
Sounds like you're fawning a little bit.
Remember
Look
the
at
scene?
that.
Oh, it evokes so much emotion in me. The esteemed Madame HERTA, Genius Society number 83, asking the great Noose question. An attempt to gain a
This image is
peek into the
insane.
divinity's mysteries through them. Alright, so continuing from where we left off last time, this is where everything would begin for the genius smart enough to rewrite the history of the entire
What is happening?
Fourth mirror?
Fourth
Who
mirror?
exactly are you talking to?
Why, I was just ramping it up for our grand appearance.
So this Madame HERTA interrupting her as well.
So a dramatic
Yeah,
debut?
I see. The thing is, like, someone might be like, you don't remember HERTA's voice?" I feel like we didn't actually interact with HERTA as much as like we have other characters.
But what are the odds of that happening? Sure, slightly plausible, if I did manage to talk to Droid Head. But guess what's the problem? They have no reaction whatsoever.
So they didn't answer back?
But look at this, Madame HERTA. You're standing before Noose here.
Oh, that? That's a hologram.
It's a hologram?
What? I can't possibly summon the real Droid Head here, can
So she had to talk to him through a hologram.
Wait, what? You mean to say you've just been reciting your lines before a hologram?
What is happening right now? Like, what is this conversation?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Creating
Oh my
dramatic
god.
value. Isn't that what you're most obsessed with?
We're actually gonna get to see, we're playing as HERTA, but in this form?
Moving on. Don't try, but
Gorgeous
you wouldn't
design.
even begin to imagine how difficult it is to send a message to Noose. And I went all out for it. Powering the audience system alone required me to reconfigure the energy supply of the entire space station. I had to switch it to hibernate mode before rebooting everything. Do you have any idea how much that
I think she
cost?
evacuated everyone as well, right?
How much?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like, oh, they love the witch's outfit. Look at even the bent clock as well and the hair ties too. This is a really cool design.
I'm not in charge of finance. Go pose that to Asta.
Do you have any idea how much it cost? I don't.
Oh, you don't know either.
That's fun though. That's a fun HERTA detail. Look at the hat as well. It has like this kind of gooey galaxy thing inside of it.
I am HERTA herself, the emanator of erudition, and a true blue genius. Why would I be holding the purse strings? That menial task is beneath
She assigns to other people. Oh, and the purple nail polish? Guys, I need to understand what's happening here. I know they said she talked to Noose, right? She talked to Noose. Let me see here. She was asking Noose a question to reach into divinities. So to find out the future?
You're absolutely right, Madam Herta. The IPC should really be providing a genius like you with all that you require, so you can freely dive into any research that tickles your fancy.
Honkai Star Rail loves doing this as well, though. They love having a conversation between two people. Like, obviously we met HERTA before, but they love having a conversation between two people where for a while you're going, what? And the conversation will last a bit, and then, eventually you'll learn what's happening fully.
With that said, Herta herself, emanator of erudition and true blue genius. What do you plan to do now?
Very praising her a lot, actually.
What else can I do? Identify what's malfunctioning within the audience system and fix
Because she
it,
wants to
of
ask
course.
Noose a question.
Don't take offense to my candid words, Madam Herta. You may be proficient in many aspects, but is hands-on work really one of your strong
You
suits?
dare question Madam HERTA?
I humbly suggest for you to contact Stephen.
But of course, Stephen.
Contact him and expose how I shelled out a bomb to send a message to Droidhead, only to screw up everything else?
I need to move around as HERTA right now because this design is so. You guys know I love a witch's design, 100%.
All right. I get it.
Good that you do.
Good that you. That's so HERTA though. Good.
There. That's the audience systems terminal. Come, walk with me. We'll check what's wrong with it.
Aye, ma'am. Oh, but I can't walk. I can only float.
What's with your witty remarks today?
She's like, you better. She lifts her hand. You better stop. You better stop. Wait, we're not playing as HERTA? Oh no, I think you can choose, right? To play as HERTA sometimes? Right? You can. Someone told me that you can't see the character at all, but I'll just put my hand over just in case. So I think we're gonna I think we're gonna I guess usually it's Luca in this group, right? Unfortunately. Unfortunately. But we can't just not. Oh my god. We can't just not play as HERTA, right? Her design is sick. Her design is absolutely fabulous. Are you kidding me? The boots, the dress, the hair, the hat. This is gothic witch. I freaking adore it. I always adored the witch's characters anyway. But this is so cool. What's our moves?
Take a look.
Oh my god, Yu-Gi-Oh style?
Your genius in action.
And she has a witch's staff, which is really cute as well. Can we see her phone? It's, of course, pictures of herself. What are her idle animations? Let's just see here now. Yeah, no, her design is so cool. It's almost a shame because the puppet's not a bad design, but imagine this is who you are and you're a puppet all the time, you know? Oh my god! Did you just stop the rain? And turn it into Okay. Jesus freaking Christ. If that doesn't show how powerful HERTA is, stopping the rain and turning it into shooting stars is definitely a way to showcase that. This is awesome. And again, I think what's happening is she tried to communicate with Noose in order to... let me just see the databank here if there's stuff on Noose. Where's the databank? I don't know if it would be in Eons? Is he an Eon? No. Terms, maybe? Because I don't want to look at characters just in case of spoilers. Noose. I wish you could search. Even if we don't, like, again, it's one of those situations where, like, my personal feelings on the databank, and this has always been my feeling of the databank, has been that one time I read the databank before I did everything else, right? And what happened basically was afterwards was 20 minutes later, I think it was Genuine's just exactly explain what I read in the databank. So I always like to learn what's in the game first and then do databank stuff if I want to do that. Because it's way better doing it that way for me. Now, obviously, there's some exceptions. Like there with the Noose stuff, it's like, it's clear they're talking about Noose as like something that maybe like they brought up before that I just forgot. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It could be a case where they explain a lot of it now as well. And not only that, like when it comes to like say like the reading about the Titans, for example, I don't see that as really as a spoiler because it's one of those situations where like I don't think they're gonna like. We're going to learn about the Titans, I think, in depth going forward. But I feel like that's a situation where the story literally called us to that and said, look at this. You know what I mean? And look at this and you can study this. And since Amphoreus is so big on the study of history, you'd imagine Tribu would want us to study that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Where it's like, it makes sense in Amphoreus where to be like, read up on this stuff because they put such big emphasis on their idea of history. And I don't think it would be totally uncommon for... Stell even canonically to be like, okay, I better read up on this then, you know what I mean? Honestly. Let's check out the communication device.
This is the audience system? Hi, it looks just like the simulated universe.
It has like very HERTA style. Look at the duck. I can't get over how cool her outfit is.
Keen observation. They share the same fundamental logic and are pretty much identical in that regard.
Her voice is actually very soothing in a very... It's weird because I think that like maybe it's made to be kind of like very matter of fact and talking like this, but there's something about it like the cadence like actually makes me kind of like soothe it a bit.
Ah, I see. We call this referencing and not appropriation, right?
I guess it's like, you know, trying to, you know, what would you call it? Like, yeah, like a reference is a perfect example. Like I think that's like, you know what a lot of people do when you know, you create stuff like this.
One more stupid remark from you, and you can watch Fifth Mirror reference your role because I'm going to be dropping you as my assistant.
So that's it. So Fourth Mirror is her assistant.
Focus now. The audience system is divided into 3 zones: energy supply, computing, and communications. Each zone operates independently and will only be integrated via the path of erudition when the system is booted.
Okay, it's divided into zones, 3 zones. And it won't be only integrated with the path of erudition when the system is booted. Okay.
Sending a message to Droid Head involves more intricacies than you can imagine. If routine trials and maintenance on such an elaborately sophisticated system are already as bad as squaring circles, then it's no surprise for glitches like this to crop up.
I see. So, Madam HERTA, can you use your professional judgment to tell which zone the glitch is in?
Of course. All 3.
Oh, so all of them are glitched. This Fourth Mirror is... I can't get a grasp on her character.
No sweat. They'll be up and running again after some simple technical tweaking. The 3 zones are compartmentalized, so we're going to have to troubleshoot them one at a time. Let's start with the energy supply zone. Get ready, and then we'll go over.
I'm just a mirror, Madam HERTA. If you're ready, then your reflection in me will also be ready to go.
Can I say something? Like, I don't hate the Fourth Mirror, but like the way the Fourth Mirror talks to HERTA, like I can totally imagine HERTA would be like kind of like, what is wrong with you? So because it feels like every time HERTA says something, like there's a tinge of like sarcasm in like almost everything that the Fourth Mirror says. Like if I'm HERTA, like I kind of understand why I would be kind of like, I'm like, just stop. So again, it's not like I'm like, oh god, the fourth mirror, but you can tell there's like a tinge every time they talk of like unless that's just like their default way of talking, there's always like a bit of like sarcasm. You know what I mean? Oh, we're in Balebog.
Energy supply zone so cold. I'm already frosting up.
Why else? I've converted the energy core that supplies all of HERTA space station into imaginary state and stored it in this zone. If not for the ultra-low temperature here, the space station would have long blasted up into the sky.
So it has to stay this cold? So is it just a coincidence that it looks like Balebog?
But aren't we already in the sky?
You go deeper to the sky.
You're just a mirror? I don't need you to take on comic relief too.
I actually like kind of like appreciate HERTA's sharpness, I think sometimes.
Where did those things come from? Corrupted data? Reanimated systemic rust? No, not likely. It can't be the Legion's second ambush, right? Whatever. We had to get rid of them anyway. Alright, stay close and try to avoid shattering to pieces.
Yeah, and I hope it does, like as I said, I do not hate fourth. I hope it doesn't sound like that when I say like, oh, I totally get why HERTA would kind of be annoyed sometimes. If someone's like constantly being sarcastic and joking every sentence, I think that like at some point, like you would, I mean every sentence, because I joke a lot too, but I mean like every sentence you would kind of just be like, will you please, you know? I think it makes sense. What do you eat to? Oh yeah, what do you eat to?
Take a look. This is show your courage.
Look at
Let's
this.
wait and see.
Imagine fighting someone for this boss battle. Look at that. And we can shoot them with ice as well. Let's turn off the speed
That which is
function
seized
as soon as
must be
possible.
repaid.
This battle is unavoidable.
So let's see. So
time
is
is
HERTA the main
now.
damage dealer here?
Lend
Because
me your
Bronya
strength.
usually like, I feel like Bronya like, you know, goes to the main damage dealer sometimes. So Blast is everybody.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
Oh my god, that was so satisfying. That was so satisfying. The way it exploded into one, then like crackled to the other members too, or the other enemies too. Really cool
Stand
stuff.
down,
Oh,
and
someone
I'll
said I can use
spare
items
you.
to get her energy back and actually just do her moves. So we might actually do that right away. Thank you for that tip, by the way.
The time is now.
Because I want to
Lend
be able
me
to do
your
her
strength.
ultimate. But the
What's
issue with doing her
wrong?
ultimate
Another
is,
the door to a whole new world.
you know, we destroy these enemies pretty fast, you know? So what items do I have that can do this? Not here. These are my relics. Is it here? This isn't unless it's here in potions. Or food? I didn't even know you could do this stuff, honestly. This here? Ah. So that's done there as well. Very cool. Okay, I didn't even know you could do that sometimes. Like honestly, like I forgot you could use food in this game. That's pretty cool. We probably got a lot of stuff. You guys got to see my inventory there. The way she just shoots it as well, like I actually think that she's such a cool character. I think she's such a cool character.
The time is now.
Okay, let's see her
Lend me
ultimate.
your strength. All at once.
I'm really excited to see this.
Curiosity.
Cause like I feel
It's
like
a
there was
dangerous
again, like I said,
thing.
there's nothing wrong. Oh, she's like floating in the air over this like mirror. There was nothing wrong with HERTA's design before. Like it was just like okay, it's not my favorite design, but it's not even nearly bad. But like this is like her true form is a top 5 Honkai Star Rail design. It's so cool.
Endless riddles. But the
Oh
answer
my lord!
is nothing
Oh
but a
my
void.
lord! All the different mirrors and stuff, and now we get to do AoEs.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse
it's like a
the unknown
key?
for a moment, and let it
Jesus freaking
captivate.
crawl, and she sits on the freaking broom. She's legitimately like such a cool
time
moveset
is
and such a
now.
satisfying moveset to
Lend me your
like to
strength.
use.
What's wrong?
Like she's
Another
fantastic.
imperfection
She's really
of
fantastic.
To guard and defend.
What a team, by the way, in real
Crush
life.
them.
Like if you're talking about canonically, like HERTA and Jingliu, Lotcha and Bronya, like absolutely insane. Look at this
door
blast
to a
move. Look how
whole
satisfying it is.
new
When the key turns, it like hits them. Jesus Christ, what the hell?
And Madam HERTA,
her boots are so cool.
A piece of cake.
I love HERTA so much.
Now that
Again,
this place is cleaned up, let's set everything in order and move on to the next zone.
sure. I hope I can make clear. The reason I kind of like HERTA right now, and again, it is, people say Calvin's because she has a new design. 100%, like, her new design is freaking awesome. It draws you to a character sometimes as a cool design, right? That's like, when people say that's shallow, I think it's like not how it works for me. It's like, if I see a cool design, usually it's like, yeah, like, it makes me drawn to a character, makes me want to listen to a character more. But you guys know we give every character a fair shake, 110%. Because, like, yeah, I don't like Pela's design, but I love her story. You know, that's the way things work. But, like, I feel like now, like, that this is the first time not only have we got to see a really cool, like, new design for HERTA, but also I think it's the longest we've ever talked to HERTA. Because even back on the space station, we talked to HERTA, but then she kind of, like, you know, ferried us off to new characters. And you go here now, you go here, you do here. This person will help us out with this. And we only got, like, little tidbits from her every once in a while. I feel like it's the longest we've gone, like, being in a space for HERTA. So it's new design, and also, like, you know, talking to a, you know, getting to know her even more, getting to hear her talk more, 100%.
What in the... How did all these disgusting bugs get in here?
No idea.
We're going to need out-of-this-world computing capability if we hope to meet Droidhead. If we can't churn out calculations faster than a Yottaflop's computer, then we can forget about having them notice our existence.
Notice our existence? Oh, Noose notice our existence, okay.
But computers with too high a computing capability tend to attract computing stings like them.
Computing stings?
No one knows how these creatures evolved from their progenitor, the propagation.
Ah.
Oh, the mysteries of life. But even so, they can't compare to a talking mirror.
Yeah? She's like, it's me. I'm the best.
A question on the side, Madam HERTA? You have these powerful supercomputers and so, what are they normally programmed to calculate?
Is that important? All that matters is that they work and are able to attract Droidhead's
I think it's a very
attention.
HERTA thing to do as well. Every time Fourth Mirror asks her, like, a question about, like, hey, like, what's the point of this? And she's like, all that matters is what they do now. I feel like it's a very HERTA thing where she's like, why are you asking this? That's pointless, you know? She sees, like, things that are, like, you know, not currently in our eyesight, I guess, and currently, like, the thing she's working on is not as important.
I suggest meeting Miss Asta for a chat when you have time.
That's the way I see it anyway. I feel like she's like an efficient character in a very fun way even.
Show your courage.
She seems to only truly legitimately like care about the stuff. Not that she doesn't think ahead, but like she's like, well, that was in the past. Why are we not talking about this? We don't need to worry about that right now. We can speed things up now for a second.
Battle is unavoidable.
But I think we're about to get the ultimate again, which again I have no problem using. I guess we didn't get the ultimate.
Stand down.
Jingliu's. She's like, I haven't got to like do anything this episode yet. Oh yeah, you can get as much as you want.
Curiosity.
We're about to do one of the coolest moves ever. Look at this.
Endless riddle.
Insane.
The answer
What a
is
visual.
nothing but a void.
And then the ultimate destruction to everyone. That's so satisfying. I think HERTA's moveset is incredibly satisfying. I think it's so fun to use. When I think of a satisfying moveset in an RPG, I think of something that efficiently defeats an enemy but doesn't feel ever like... Because I think the worst thing that can happen when you, as an RPG character, is that if you hit an enemy and it feels kind of like you didn't hit them at all, or it feels like you only dented them a little bit. The example I would give, like, of a great version of that is like also Auron from Final Fantasy X. When he hits an enemy, it feels so good because you know he hit, right? It's like hitting a spell in Final Fantasy and then the spell doesn't really do anything. It feels, there's a feeling of like, it's like an anticlimactic almost in a way.
Take a look.
If you get what I'm saying, it almost feels like, oh, like I should have done more, you know. And you feel kind of like, it's kind of like when a firework goes off and like it doesn't actually do anything. It goes poof instead of like.
Impressive.
And I think that like is definitely, you know, with HERTA you can kind of feel, and I think it's not only HERTA. There's characters who do that too.
time is
Like
now.
for example,
Lend
Kafka
me your
always, constantly
What's
has a
wrong?
satisfying,
Never
amazing
seen
moveset.
perfection
But this right here, look at
before.
this. This just feels satisfying to do.
Expand your thinking.
I hit them.
You chose the
And then,
wrong
like,
enemy.
honestly, you can feel it. You can feel it. And I think we said that about our characters too, how like when you attack them, it honestly feels like very, very satisfying. I think like March's move when she eventually builds up her attack here, Kafka, as we said. Firefly has a really cool ability to do that too, where like when she hits him, it's like again, it you can feel it. It's satisfying. I'm trying to think of another RPG. Eric's combos with Viper Sting and like with his Viper moves and stuff like that in Final Fantasy, in Dragon Quest XI. Like that stuff is satisfying. It's satisfying to do. And like on the opposite side of it, like I actually felt like personally that Asta's move was like the opposite of that for me, where when I was hitting an enemy, and you could say, well, Calvin, you didn't level it probably 100%. That's probably a possibility too. But when I was playing as Asta,
I'll see you off.
I genuinely didn't feel a weight to her moves, and it kind of was like every time I hit a move, it was like, okay, she's not so bad, but it kind of like got a little bit like dull, you know. Whereas with Himiko, you can feel that weight when you attack someone, even in a little bit. And you don't need the support characters to feel the same. To me, like the support characters to the main damage dealers don't need to feel that kind of weight all the time.
You chose
but
the wrong enemy.
it's nice if they
Eternal
do.
sleep
You know what I
is
mean?
not
It's
a
nice if they
dead
feel like even like
return.
half of that weight, because then you come with the damage, right? 100%.
Stand down.
I don't even know what the numbers mean on this character.
Later.
Look at this.
All will be revealed.
On the trail we blaze.
Lunar flame.
Hotel Dorado. Yeah.
Ew, yuck! Help me! Go from those bugs got onto my reflective surface.
Clean up after yourself. Can't you just wipe it off with your hands?
Do they have hands?
Good one there.
Fourth mirror seems unhinged.
With those annoying bugs squashed, we're done fixing the computing zone.
This is a fun mission. This is a fun mission with like clear directives. You know what I mean? It's just fun.
These computers will get up to speed soon. Now we're just one final step away from requesting an audience with Droidhead.
Droid head with news. We've heard of news before, right? We definitely have, 100%. I think we've even seen like that image of like the thing in the sky, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if sometimes I forget like the eon sometimes like that as well. It's just a lot of information that happens all the time. I'm sure like as soon as I see like a clear image, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
Our last stop is the communication zone?
Oh? You have a good memory. Let's go see what's wrong in that zone.
I like HERTA's snarky tone sometimes as well. Actually, let me check the databank for a second here. Oh, we can't. Okay. Because I think it actually might be under a different name, Noose. But yeah, like it's one of those situations where like I remember them talking about like an Aeon, if it is an Aeon, that had like the red eye thing, or maybe that's something different entirely. I'm forgetting. Who knows? This is so fun. This is very fun.
What's all this? I didn't think your puppets would be in here too, Madam Herta.
Like they're all over the place.
Unsurprisingly, the communication zone is where a bridge for communication will be formed between Droidhead and the space station. Aggregating the path energy of the erudition, then firing a bond at the Eon. This is as good as tapping someone on the shoulder who's sure to turn back to look at you.
So this is like a direct way of communicating with them or getting their attention.
Alas, our work
I love
is
her
never
design.
simple. Putting aside all that onerous legwork, a single glance from Droidhead could vaporize the entire space station.
Jesus.
Ill-prepared.
So if he just looks at you.
I see. So letting the space station go into hibernation is a protective measure of sorts. To prevent it from slipping into operational overload and turning into a scrap world?
Very perceptive for a mirror.
For a mirror.
Mirror C. And here, mirror 2. No, I neither have eyes nor ears. This zone seems to be functioning fine. These puppets are doing their job, and I don't see any obvious malfunction.
Things may look fine only on the surface.
Madam Herta, behind you.
Behind her?
What does she want?
The puppets are adorable.
Let me take a look. This puppet should be number 2757.
Well, she knows every. First of all, that means there's over there's thousands of puppets, but she knows them like by heart. I mean, the Genius Society members are freaking insane, right? They are. So I'm not surprised, actually. I was surprised for a second that I was like, actually, not too surprised.
How did you tell?
Or maybe she just knows some other way.
Don't distract me when I'm checking the puppet's parameters. 2757. That's strange.
What's strange about it?
What's wrong? Madam Herta?
The replica personality module is off. Well, that can't be. This parameter is set to be enabled by default.
Oh.
And the utterly absurd module has also been disabled? Something's definitely
So someone's been
wrong.
messing with them, maybe?
I checked a couple days ago and made sure every puppet has it switched on.
Every one of them?
The attack, anything, everything module.
No, wait. Why? Do you even have such presets?
Probably for defense of anyone coming in here,
Is
right?
enabled. Intruder detected.
Oh, it's to attack. It's gonna attack us. You know what's actually crazy about that though? Is like that's such like a cartoonish moment where like, why do you have a big red self-destruction button in here?
Threats. Come and help me, Mirror. Anything, everything, attack!
Oh my god, that's kind of adorable though. These little machines that go anything, everything attack. Oh my god, we're actually. Okay, I thought we were gonna fight HERTA.
Remnants of the remembrance? So they were the ones that corrupted and tampered with the settings of my puppets?
So it's the remembrance. Okay. Which makes sense. I was kind of excited to fight like a named character, but the Honkai Star Rail does that sometimes, and it's like my one thing where I'm just like, I wish that we just got to fight the actual, HERTA. But again, they're making it. They explain it always in story
Lend me your
beats.
strength.
So I always come away from it
I
being
don't
like,
have time
what
for
can you
this.
do? Like it's like
We've entered the storm.
if they explain it story wise, I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it. You know what I mean?
Crush them.
It's obviously, I would like to fight HERTA 110%, or one of the puppets of HERTA, but it's actually like, we need two?
Expand your thinking.
No? Okay, maybe just the internet was bad there for a second. Yeah, of
Curiosity
course I'd like to fight the
is a
HERTA
dangerous
puppet,
thing.
but again, they explain it in the story all the time how it
Nothing
works
but a
while you're not
void.
fighting the actual character. So again, I can't be ever like truly just like gonna sit here and nitpick it forever.
But why are these remembrance names even showing up here?
That's not the only one. Look at them. Number 7631 and number 10136 are affected too.
So for some reason, the Remembrance did this. For some reason.
Can't you do a factory reset on them?
Sorry to disappoint. The Absolutely Not module has been enabled.
Absolutely
so not
not?
even I get to bypass its permissions.
What?
See?
Whoopsie. I love that there's a attack everything module, and then there's a do absolutely not module.
What were you really trying to achieve with these creations?
Honestly, fourth mirror, like I found like you like being very like jokey about everything. Like at first, kind of like a bit like putting me off a bit. But can I be honest with you? Like, great question. Great question.
Just some toys to amuse myself with.
I guess genius creation. Who knows with these geniuses?
Finding the source of the corruption can wait. These puppets no longer have use now that I'm here. Take them all out. Defective goods ought to be sent back to the repair center.
Oh my god.
I urge you to go easy on them for the sake of the space station.
And look at the scowl on her face as well. But yeah, like she created machines that will attack everything no matter what. And she also created a system that they can't be overridden because there's an absolutely not phase. Yeah. Again, like it's one of those things where like you don't understand the Genius Society members because they're absolutely insane. Yeah, they are. And trying to understand them, you will be completely lost. And I feel like that's not the point of like the Genius Society. They're not meant to be understood on an intellectual level or in their brain. I feel like we can understand them in their hearts sometimes, but I think understanding them completely as like, who they are as intellectuals, not because like I think they're better than anyone, because I think that like you'd be here forever kind of being like, okay, so why did you do this? Why did you want to do this? What was the reason behind this?
I don't have time for games.
Is there a reason you decided to do this thing? Is there a reason you're doing this? I think that question's asked all the time. Even like you'd ask that to roommate. You could 100% ask that to roommate. 100%. You could ask that to school him.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
It's really nice using HERTA here as well.
Expand your thinking.
That crack, it's so satisfying.
Stand down.
Actually, not a bad team though. Obviously, like you'd have better synergy with like another support character and stuff like this. But still, I can't get over how cool the design is. I keep getting just absolutely overwhelmed by how cool it looks. We can enhance
This is
and maybe boost some
show your
attack,
courage.
and then let Jingli get some stuff here as well. I feel like they're leaning into like the very traditional RPG aspects as always. Again, 100%.
You'll
I feel like
pay
they're
for
definitely
this.
leaning into it.
Lend me your strength.
We can go this way, right? For sure.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Curiosity.
And it was always an RPG, by the way, but I just mean like very traditional, like,
Nothing but
you
a
know,
ball.
mechanics and quests as well. I even feel like sometimes, which again, not a problem for me whatsoever. Not a problem for me whatsoever.
Unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
This music as well.
Open sesame.
It's so crazy. She's such a crazy character.
They're completely battered, save for their heads.
A fully leveled.
Never strike someone in the face. The same goes for
Oh my
puppets.
god, HERTA.
I'm picking up signals from
The
more
Anchorman
puppets
rule?
somewhere further in. Let's go take a look.
This has been great. This has been really great. It's been really fantastic. Those memory bubbles are always there, by the way. Should I have been checking them? My bad if I should have been checking them. Actually, it's your bad because you didn't tell me. I'm joking. In the story, you don't even talk about it even a little bit. You don't even hint at it. You don't even like slightly hint at it. I promise you, no one's gonna go back.
Number 0988. The pride of my creation.
Should I even be curious?
Puppets before her were all as dull as brick walls.
Oh, yeah?
Mundane and uninspired. I distinctly recall number 0988 being the first puppet I imbued with a magical surprise. Some other puppets that came later
surprise?
also got to enjoy similar privileges.
So this was like her first favorite creation, which means that like she made 987 that were dull.
Good to know. But did anyone ask?
She said, "Should I be even curious?" She didn't. Technically, she didn't ask, but I was gonna be like, "You did ask." No, she said, "Should I be even curious?" I think it's a good explanation. Like, even like again, if we don't like, it's the mind of a genius in the Genius Society. It's like really to me one of those things where like, again, I will never be on this type of thought process, but HERTA is, and it's interesting to see.
Fear not, Mirror. You have to remember that being a genius means you're destined to solve challenge after challenge. There's no time for rest.
Can I just be on the sidelines this time?
Straight into a battle as well. Which again, the battles have been fun, so it's not like a bad thing.
Time to change tactics. Lend me your strength. Expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Look at the extra damage it's doing every time we defeat them as well.
Open sesame.
Look at the damage. This is such a great team for this. No, we shouldn't do this yet, shouldn't we
All
not?
will be revealed.
I always forget. It's okay though.
Lunar flame.
It's not gonna kill us.
Blade of moonlight.
Because then we could have done it after this. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're doing good damage. Doing really good damage.
Nothing major.
Lend me your strength.
Should we heal someone here? I guess we could heal
Bloom.
Jinglium.
Save it for your own skin.
Really bold?
Receive divinity.
Impressive.
Repay.
This is worth learning.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
You'll pay for this. Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking.
Yeah, we got this, I think, now as well. We'll do this, dude.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Curiosity.
And this moving again. We can see it one more time with the speed up. 100%. Look at this.
But the answer
It's so cool.
is nothing but a void.
She's actually like legitimately like
You've just got to expand
one of the
your
most satisfying
thinking.
characters to
Glimpse
use.
the unknown for a moment.
Like, look at
And
that.
let it captivate you.
There we go. Very fun.
Wow, that was close. I almost shattered.
But don't be melodramatic. Working even a single brain cell of mine to take out foes like her is an outright waste of my smarts.
Working and even a single brain cell of mine. She's like, yeah, this isn't something I should be wasting my time
I
on.
take it we've taken care of the problems in all 3 zones? Does that mean?
Not yet. There's something else we need to deal with.
What's that?
It seems we've had a little tag-along all this while.
Wait, what?
You got quite the sharp eye, Madam Herta. Would you like us to help?
Who is it?
Sure. Go ahead and summon the whole team forth, Mirror.
Who is the tag-along?
Considering the gravity of our endeavor, we can't allow a little thief to spoil the show.
Who is it? Was the memory bubble?
Parasite of the remembrance.
Parasite.
Do you truly think your atrocious disguise can outwit the
Wait.
keen sight of a genius like myself?
So maybe the memory bubbles all this time were the ones following us.
Once you're reflected in my mirrors.
I thought they were just always there, guys. I really did. Who is it? Oh, Memory Keeper.
You can forget about escape.
And look how sad. Look at Herta's satisfied with this as well. Herta loves this.
Oh dear, this is
A memo snatcher.
Right, stay alive. And again, I can strive. Retreat into the memory zone for now. I can always regroup and try again.
You're gonna try again?
Someone hasn't been paying attention.
This angle as well. She's so cool. She actually legit in this form. She is like one of the most like, I don't think intimidating, but she has like a very like great. She has like the aura of a powerful witch. That's what she has.
Didn't hear me, did you?
Oh my god, look at her.
For those petty tricks of yours. Do you actually think you can slip away right under my
She said, "What are you
nose?
trying to do?"
Herta. Madam Herta, wait. What do you want with me? I'll spill it all. The garden's
She's that
secrets,
scared?
And what they're after. Everything. Please, just spare me.
Well, is that all you've got to say while your life is at stake? That's hardly worth anything.
And Herta just laughing like, "Oh, what is this worth to be?"
Need a little refresher? I am Herta, Genius Society number 83, the one to unravel the mystery behind the imaginary leakage phenomenon, and key holder of the imaginary implosion.
Is that the
pulse.
key around her neck?
Do you honestly believe I'd seek any counsel from you?
Can you imagine trying to give up any information to survive, and Herta is just saying to you, "Yo, Do you think I need anything from you? Do you think I need a thing from you? At that point, you're done. Oh my god.
Quiet. This is my moment to shine, so just listen.
What is happening here? Is she getting taken by the mirrors?
You crept in here to steal Noose's memories, didn't you?
Oh. Maybe they're waiting for HERTA to gain contact with Noose so they could gain the memories?
And messing with my precious audience system is just a ruse to lure me here so I can lead you to them.
Wow. So that's what they wanted, because they of course they crave memories as well. Look at the shadow hands grabbing onto her as well.
What a shame. You're only a step away from completing the mission assigned to you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's horrible. Like, again, it's one of those things where, like, this image is insanely good, like, at an art piece, but there's something, like, so uncomfortable about watching someone getting dragged into, like, this situation here. Can I say as well, while, like, it's horrible to look at, why on earth did they think they would get away with following Madame HERTA? Why did they think they would get away with this?
As if. Truth is, you never stood a chance from the get.
Tee-hee? Oh, that's her tee-hee?
Think I only have fourth mirror following me around? Oh, then
She had all the mirrors following around.
Because her siblings have long been watching you.
Crazy.
Now, let me think. What kind of punishment should I subject a brazen thief like you
Well,
to?
is it not already a punishment what's happening right now?
Oh, I know. You garden folk have a fondness for mirrors.
Jesus.
Huh?
Jesus.
How about letting you enjoy some quality time with your favorite object?
Oh
A
my
mirror.
god. And she's saying it so casually as well.
As for the length of your punishment, let's keep it mildly punitive. How about 100th of a lifetime?
Wait,
That should be enough for some serious self.
100 of a lifetime, wouldn't that be like... It depends on who you are, right?
Oh, cheer up. You can still do your part for this world while trapped in a mirror. For all you know, your weak path energy could just help me get Droid Head looking this way.
She's so, like, gentle with her words, but they're very sadistic in a way, right? I think it's something that's a reminder. Yeah, HERTA's hilarious. She's very, like, funny and cute sometimes and all this stuff. But I feel like this is a cold reminder that, like, HERTA's not to be trifled with. She's not to be messed with.
Oh, I should make myself clear. When I said 100th of a lifetime,
Oh, no.
I meant my lifetime.
Oh, no. Because, like, 100 of a lifetime, like, you could say, like, is less than a year, right? It's less than a year. Is it? Maybe I'm wrong. I think it is less than a year, right? No, I don't know math. I don't know math. But, like, with HERTA, it's going to be so
At
different.
long last, we can finally be at
Jesus.
peace now that we've nipped those problems in the bud.
So Remembrance messed with her machines and lured her here so they could lure so she could lure Noose out, and then they could take his memories or like or gain his memories. HERTA once again proving why the members of Genius Society will never be truly understood. I'm coughing my lungs up.
This is yummy.
She's like talking like she just had a muffin.
Oh, cut that out! Those weird noises make me seem like I've got a few screws loose. Put that little thief to sleep for now. We can decide her fate later.
So maybe she's just scaring her and she's not gonna do that?
Oh, sweet and venerable Madame HERTA, when did your heart
I wonder.
turn tender?
I wonder if she just wanted to absolutely terrify her and then she's gonna like decide what to do with her later.
The audience system has been rebooted. This is finally
So is she
it.
actually gonna meet up with a Noose now?
After all that I have done to reach you, Droid Head, you better not snub me.
What a crazy moment. Because even if she is like only, like, you know, saying I'm doing this for a, you know, I'll decide what to do later, she just wanted to scare this character. I still think it, again, as I said, that was a showcase of HERTA. Again, HERTA's adorable. HERTA's funny. We love playing as HERTA. All this stuff. But like, we have to realize that like, this is a powerful entity, a powerful being. And can be, if she wants to be, very like vindictive. You know what I mean? Like it's a cold reminder, 100%.
The path space.
What?
This isn't a figment of the simulated universe, but a perfectly tangible and accessible.
It reminds me of when we connected with, remember we fought Cocolia.
Right. Now's not the time to wallow in nostalgia. Droid head, will you answer me?
You know when like we went into space and then Stella got her power up. Oh dear lord, are we gonna get to talk to Noose? It's crazy visual in here, by the way. This makes me feel like, this gives me like vertigo. Is that what you call it when like you're like on top of something and it's really high up? It makes me feel like I'm gonna fall in any second.
HERTA. We picked up some voices from the space.
Let me hear them.
I think it's a cool dynamic having all of her minions be like mirrors. 0001. What did you just say about my mother? And my dad?
Is this binary arithmetic? Could it be droid head?
It is. It seems it is binary. I remember the first time I ever heard of binary was from Futurama when like Bender would be like 00011100110011. I like Lost too, actually. It's actually like one of my favorite shows. All jokes aside about like, you know, binary and stuff like this too, it's a really cool like idea to have like this like mechanical droid head, right? Try to communicate a true binary, right? Like it adds a little flair to like it being like this technological being in some way, right?
Wait. There shouldn't be a 2 in binary arithmetic.
Yes, and again, going back to Futurama, I saw all these binaries, Fry, and I even saw a 2. And now, if you think about that, joke is like very smart, because like at the time as a kid, I thought it was like, you know, a very like just Fry's dumb, right? When he's like, Bender, don't say that. There's no such thing as a 2. And I think it's one of those jokes where like you get, as a kid, you just think, like Fry's dumb, saying there's no such thing as a 2. But then when you're older, you're like, oh yeah, 2's not in binary. So actually, Fry was in a roundabout way, telling the truth about the binary. You know what I mean? He's like, Bender, there's no such thing as 2. So I think it's one of those jokes that as a kid and as someone who doesn't understand the binary stuff, I don't understand it fully, but you know, I know there's no 2 in it. You can be like, oh my god, that's so funny. But then when you realize, it's like, oh, Fry's actually like kind of smart.
Is this some kind of prank?
Even though he's unintentionally smart. So this might not be, so it was communicating through binary, but now it's like, added a 2, so now she's believing that it's fake in some way.
Madam HERTA, we're hearing those voices again. What now? What should we do?
Keep
There's
your
some personality
cool,
to mirrors,
Secretary.
right?
What did they say this time? Play it again for me.
0126. Yeah, that's not binary. Maybe they were saying the name of doors, like the number on doors.
Door locked. No, this isn't the voice of the path at all. What in the world is going on?
Yeah, because at first it looked like binary, but now I wonder if like it's someone at some doors that are numbered, right? And saying, oh, this one isn't locked. Maybe it's the number of doors. That means there'd be a lot of doors.
Madam HERTA,
Oh, third mirror.
those lads outside seem to be discussing something interesting. Wanna listen in on them?
Third mirror. Stop that nightmarish cackle. It's giving me goosebumps.
Even HERTA's like, I don't like it.
Wait, did you say those lads outside? Could it be?
Who are the lads outside?
Why don't you listen for yourself?
She fainted? Who are the lads outside?
This isn't right.
What?
I'm sure we got intruders in the lab.
So someone's in the lab right now. Mr. Yang? Welt? Like Welt Yang?
Wait! Stop! Whatever you're about to do?
Wait, they're trying to wake up Herta?
No, don't even think about it. Whoever you are, you better not interrupt me right now.
Someone's trying to wake up Herta in the lab right now?
I must continue forward. Just a few more steps and I'll be able to see Droid Head.
Yang, right? Well, Yang. I wonder now. Again, I could be completely wrong about this, but what I'm thinking is the voice that we were hearing all the time Yang, and maybe he was like counting the numbers on the droids, on the clones, and then I wonder then if he saw Herta and was like, we should wake her up, or maybe he found like or maybe the door was unlocked. So I don't know. I have no idea. But there's something he's about to wake up Herta. If it is Yang, it could be another person with the name Yang. But why would they be on the space station? Are they looking for help for Don Hong and Stell?
Is something wrong, Madam Herta?
No, it's nothing. I was just thinking.
Madam Herta? I think you'll want to listen to the voices from beyond this.
Please. So it is them. They're on the station.
Wait, what are they up to?
Oh my god, are they trying to wake her up? No! Guys, she's gonna be so upset.
Is this the home?
It is, it's like the mimetic thing.
Ridiculous. Hoping to stop me with such cheap parlor tricks. Not a chance.
But knowing that it's Welton Sunday, it legitimately might just be them trying to like, see if she's okay or something. Or get her help. Sunday's voice. They even have the tone of his voice. Wait, listen to this. Mind. As expected. Like, they even got Sunday's cadence, but as expected of an emanator. I always forget who's an emanator and who's not.
Presumptuous fellows. Who are you to interrupt Madame Herta's experiment? Let's ignore them and keep going. We haven't seen news yet.
Forget it, Mirror. Let's just
leave?
Leave? Surely you're not suggesting we stop the audience experiment right now?
That'd be crazy, right?
That's beyond all reason, ma'am. We went through so much just to get here. And now we're just one step away from making contact with the Eon themselves. Please. You know how insanely costly it is to reboot the
But for some reason, Herta believes that she should leave right now, though. I wonder if it is like she's realizing maybe that like she has to have an audience with them, with Welton Sunday.
But if I were to ignore those two intruders and continue onward, when Droid Head casts their gaze upon the space station, the blast of energy generated in that instant is sure to burn them to a crisp.
Is this Herta thinking about these intruders?
Experiments can always be repeated, but humans cannot be brought back
Herta.
to life.
Honestly, though, like I think this is great. I think having a character that can be so vindictive but has a heart. I think a character that can be so scary but has like a soul. I think that's a very interesting detail of any character, right?
Oh, Madam Herta, so much. I am truly unlucky Mirror to have found the best possible master.
I mean, if it is like, and again, like I'm very grateful because it is Welton Sunday. You know what I mean? At the very least,
Enough! Don't use that nauseatingly fawning tone on me.
Yeah, when I get a grasp on Herta's character so far, she's a character that like has like a very interesting way of like being social. She has her own mind and what she wants or how she sees the world. But I also think that she's a character who like clearly isn't just like this she's maniacal in some ways, but I think her maniacal and vindictiveness comes from like a again, being a part of the Gene Society, they kind of don't like adhere themselves to the same rules and social norms that other characters do in this world. So that's why I feel like when she's being vindictive, she probably doesn't even see it as like being bad or anything like that. She just sees it as her being like, you know, straightforward and like needed to be like it needed to be this. But also showcasing throughout this whole time that she does have a heart, where she's like, oh, I'd be more lenient on that like memory, remembrance, snatcher. I don't want to have Welt and Sunday blow up to bits. Like she has a conscience, and I feel like that, you know, is a really great thing coupled with her very like genius society level social ability. You know what I mean?
Looks like I'll have to abort this prematurely again.
That's probably frustrating.
But mark my words, Droidhead. I will be back for you.
This is like a one-sided rivalry. I wonder why they're here exactly. Yeah, they're there.
Madam Herta, you're finally awake.
And she knows Welt, 100%.
You too?
And Sunday, I guess.
Oh, my plan is ruined. And it's all thanks to
Look at
you.
her, oh my god, the frustration. They had no idea what was happening.
Your plan?
My sincerest apologies, Madam Herta. We weren't aware this was a part of your plan.
Again, if I interrupted Herta's plan, I'd be like, what did I just do? What have I done?
The space station was in complete darkness when we arrived, so Sunday and I assumed something bad.
I think that's completely understandable.
We continued further into the space station, hoping to find the cause of the blackout, and that's when we chanced upon your actual
Yeah, no, I
self.
think it's totally understandable. If I went to the space station and saw a bunch of Herta puppets like lined up around the place and have been evacuated and all in complete darkness, I would think something bad happened.
How did you get in?
The door wasn't locked.
All right, fine. I am a person of reason, after all. You're not to blame for this. I am familiar with Mr. Yang of the Astral Express. But the one next to you?
So she doesn't know Sunday?
Looks like Madam Herta doesn't pay much attention to cosmic.
You're not a fugitive anymore here.
Please pardon my manners. It is unbecoming of me to forget the most basic of courtesies amid all that has happened. My name is Sunday, and I'm just a passenger of the Express.
I wonder how she's gonna take to Sunday.
And this, unremarkable...
Unremarkable?
passenger happens to be a Harmony Pathstrider? Do you take me for a
Love
child?
that. Love the Herta's like, he just literally tried to like infiltrate my brain, and you're telling me, like, you know, he's just an ordinary passenger.
In any case, I don't suppose you came all the way here just to check on how the space station is doing?
Of course not.
Well, we were worried for a moment there, but it's good to know the space station isn't in any kind of trouble.
They have to be here to talk about Don Hong and Stella, right?
We're here because of Amphoreus,
Right.
Madam Herta.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, something occurred to you?
The memory, remembrance.
No! I've told Himiko everything I know. Nothing about the world sounds right. Droidhead has cast their gaze upon numerous worlds in the past, and every one of them is etched in my mind. So how could I possibly not know about it?
So it's the reason why it's even weird to Herta is that she knows nothing about this world at all.
Perhaps those garden folks lied to you. Anyhow, I've looked up the name Amphoreus in the simulated universe. Though clearly irrelevant results have already been filtered out, there's still an unbelievably long list of generated results.
Okay.
Something about how the divine Amphoreus team will swap out their current crest emblem for one in King Babaru's likeness in the next season.
Huh?
I hope that can be of some help.
Let me take a screenshot of this. What is this? King Baivru's likeness in the next season will be swapped out? Or we swapped in?
We may as well take a look at it.
Sure.
I still don't get it, though. Didn't the Astral Express already depart some time ago? Is that world so incredibly spectacular that it warrants this return trip?
Is she talking? Is she talking about how they departed for Amphoreus, or how they just departed here in general?
Well, that's because we're caught between a rock and a hard place.
I think we should just explain what's happening.
If Amphoreus is indeed inextricably entwined with eons, paths, and even the erudition, we're going to need the wisdom of a genius to help us, especially now that we've seen the planet for ourselves.
So that's the 3 paths that have kept it hidden all this time as well, right?
Elaborate a little on this rock and a hard place.
Yes, please. I think you should just explain it. Just say it outright.
We've
There it is.
lost all contact with 2 indispensable companions since they entered Amphoreus.
I mean, of course they're indispensable. Of course they are.
And that's not all. One of our other companions is suffering from a serious and inexplicable
Has it gotten worse?
affliction.
For March? We're back to the... Oh my... That's where we're doing a cliffhanger? Within Amphoreus at Stell's private bath chamber. Mem, I'm glad to see ya. That giant fly is going to give you sunburn? So, are they saying that March's... whatever she had with her memory affliction has gotten even worse now? That's not good. That's not good at all.
They've been this excited for a while now. What did you think?
I love that Dodong's voice actors getting to do so many different things. So yeah, Welt and Sunday went for help of Madame Herta because obviously they, as we said, this is we predicted that's the reason why they're there is to get help for us. And they believe that they can get the help of a genius as well in some way. But even Herta doesn't know a lot about this place, and that's what worries her about Amphoreus, is that even she's like, I don't know much about this place. But man, I hope March is okay. More like they snuck food themselves. They can eat whatever they want. Oh, little Mem. Look, you can eat whatever you want, Mem. Do you want something to eat?
Forget it. You can skip the translation. I can somehow tell that none of that chatter's meaningful.
All chatter is meaningful, my beautiful, beautiful man. All of it's meaningful.
It's almost time. The Chrysosers should be finishing up their preparations at the Vortex of
Oh,
Genesis.
wow.
Let's go witness the core flames return when you're ready.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Oh, this is what it is. The Fragments of Recollection. That's what it's going to be. I think that's the mechanic maybe of the book then as well. So I guess we're going to head to the Vortex of Genesis and check this out. Yeah, I hope the March is going to be okay, man. Jesus freaking Christ. That's one of the most worrying things I've heard. Because the way he talks about, because right, when we left, she had like she was just like a little bit like woozy, right? And she was a little bit like, sick. But if he's talking about this as like an actual like affliction, and that means it's gotten worse. If he's going to Madame Herta and talking about this, that means it's gotten worse. I love that they have storytellers here as well. That worries me so much for March. That worries me so much, guys. Absolutely terrified for her. Where's this? Oh, here? Oh, okay.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
We can just fast travel there, but I guess we can go this way as well. So we're about to see the core flame ceremony. Oh man, this place never ceases to amaze me, honestly. It's so incredible.
Oh, Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars
Look
of
at
the
that.
world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
So in willing service, fill us with that. They said it from the start, the Ichor, right? That blood, the god's blood, until we fade away. I'm so interested to see what this is going to look like.
Your guests are here, Finan. We can begin the
Oh,
ritual.
your guess. The way she said it is like, the way like a mother would say to like their teenage son or something who is having a party. Well, they're here now. We can finally get in the car and drive to the bowling. You know? Look how beautiful Don Hung is.
Lord Mighty isn't here
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
It's fine, Miss Caceres. He spoke to me already. I told him he should be nursing his wounds, and that he shouldn't be worrying about all this comrades once-in-a-lifetime ascension ritual stuff.
What did he say to that? you know for a fact my day was like, I want to be there. You know what I mean?
So,
Because again, as I
ready
said,
to
he has
begin.
respect for Finon, 100%.
Teacher, show him the way forward.
Let's go. I'm so interested to see what this is going to look like.
Despite the myriad dark and endless nights that have gone by, the guidance of the prophecy is nevertheless as clear and bright as the first ray of dawn.
So they're saying that even like everything's been bad, like the prophecy is something they still follow?
Overthrow the gods, it declared.
Hell yeah.
Restore the core flames, it declared. Bear the divine authority, it declared. Forge miracles, it declared.
This is very religious, right? This feels very religious. In the sense that, like, you know, this feels like, you know, like what they would chant, you know, it's like you know, it's like, you know, in a church when like even a priest talk, it's like, you know, and he did this. Do this, said God. You know what I mean? It's like, it's literally just feels that way. And honestly, like, I think that they're not shying away from the fact that this is very like a deity, that this feels like very religious in that sense. They don't shy away from this at all. Which I think is like it adds to like the mystique and kind of like the epicness and the terrifying nature of this. So like, I'm not surprised.
Oh, prophecy, forgive us for this late tribute. We, Chrysos heirs, have striven to start the flame chase journey anew over these myriad nights. The seeds we sowed have finally yielded a good harvest.
Well, because as well, it's like the they haven't done this in years. It's the first one in years, right?
The seventh
Look at
core
that.
flame needed for the miracle that once belonged to the great lance of fury, Nikador, shall now be returned by an elected hero of the Chrysos heirs, an upstanding citizen, a valiant warrior, and a noble
Yeah.
soul.
I mean, that's a great way to describe him, isn't it? A fantastic way to describe him.
Please step forward, Finon of Ides Elysium.
Already what they've done with this whole ceremony is set this up in a way that's so incredible, where I feel the weight of this. They've made it known. And again, I you guys know I'm not religious, but like I love religious like stories. You know what I mean? I love like seeing like kind of religious stories in games and stuff like that as well. And the way that they've set this up is like, this is so important. This is so like, this is a huge thing for not only all of Amphoreus, but for Finon as well. They even apologize to the god for taking so long. There is like a reverence to like this as well. It really is like it's set up in a way that you can feel the weight of this 100%. Super impressed with this.
Recite with us.
Even this, you know?
Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the
Holy
world.
hell.
We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
It's so heavy, right? But intentionally so. And I feel like we put ourselves in Stell and Don Hung's shoes, like witnessing this for the first time, like we are as well. The whole room would feel silent apart from their voices, right? Just echoing.
Surrender the core flame, Chrysos heir.
You think this is gonna go perfectly? Oh. Wait, we're doing it? Press and hold. This is very interesting that we're getting to physically do this. And honestly, like a reward for killing the Strife Titan is also like showing us like physical things in the world that we can do, you know? Whoa, whoa, and the freaking gold as well. Very cool. Very, very cool.
The Lance of Fury's constellation is illuminated.
It worked? Maybe it is just gonna go off without a hitch.
Why is the vortex this silent? Was it also like that in
You can see hear the worry, the nervousness in his voice. You know? This has to go well for him, you know what I mean? And all these worries are like bubbling up now.
Patience, Finon. Do not make us question this decision.
Whoa. And again, this is Aglaia, the usual Aglaia, which is like, she can be supportive, she can be so like gentle, but she also understands maybe the importance now of like keeping Finan on the right track here, because once he starts to doubt himself here, it's probably not the best idea when you're about to like absorb a core flame, right? Is that Nias?
Lord Nias.
Castris has such a connection with Nias, doesn't she?
I'm afraid he's not the person you know, Castris.
Oh.
That is a manifestation of the prophecy. An echo of the Titan's divinity.
Isn't that so sad though?
It is here to examine the
Isn't that so
Titan's
sad that
successor.
Castris like saw someone that she let go and saw them like pass on, and her first reaction was like, nice, as if she saw like a friend she hasn't seen in years, you know, and then of course she was brought back down to reality with this stuff as well. It's quite sad.
Mortal, who wishes to inherit my divine authority. Your strength and character have been thoroughly tested.
I feel like I have to like remember to breathe in these moments. Not that I'm not breathing, but you know what I mean? It's like it almost like stops your like it stops you in your tracks, you know?
Yet your will wavers. If you are to inherit Nikador's relentless fight against the unspeakable black tide, you must accept a trial of divinity.
Accept the trial of divinity.
Prove that you possess an indestructible will, and vanquish the fears deep in your heart.
So he still has to prove something?
Vanquish the fears.
And this is probably why Aglaia was trying to like maybe use a bit of forceful talk to calm him down a bit. You got this, Finan. You got this.
So be it. No matter what
Let's go.
obstacles you plan to put in my way, I'm ready to overcome.
And that's the thing as well with the whole Finan thing, right? I love what they showed that like he was nervous up this whole time. They saw him like contemplating stuff with Castris. He was nervous with us as well. He was hiding his nervousness early on as well. He's always been nervous about this. He's had doubts about himself, and you heard in his voice there, even when like everything was silent. He said it to Aglaia, "Is this normal?" And I think Aglaia, the reason why, and again, I'm not just trying to like always like explain what Aglaia is doing, because I'm sure she could do it herself as well. But but like I feel like Aglaia there was trying to like be a bit more like, instead of just being like patience, she was more just like, don't make us question this, because it's serious. It's a serious moment, and I feel like that, and finding my response to that better than just being like, it's okay, you know, instead of just being like, calm down, you know, is probably better.
Our prophesies tomorrow. I will become the god Amphoreus.
Jesus, Finan.
Come with me, Finan of Aegis Elysiae.
Finan, I'm actually so proud of you, but you better be like still Finan after this. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen after this.
You shall abandon your mortal body,
Wow.
and in suffering be reborn as a god.
It legit feels like we're in the audience for this. I know we are technically, but like in the game.
Wait for my return.
Finan, you better be okay. You know what I mean? It feels very like I'm in Stella and Donhong's shoes right now. It feels like learning something new about this all the time, and he's just gone. I thought we were gonna play as him.
Lord Finan is gone? He has stepped onto the battlefield to fight a campaign that can only be won by him alone.
Aglaia's voice is so serious right now because, again, this is like a big moment for their entire country, their entire world. This is not just for Finan. This is not just for Castris. This is not just for us. This is for Amphoreus. And I can totally understand why she's like has this more serious tone now, because it is like a very serious moment.
All we can do is wait and have
100%. And I think that's why she was showing there, like she could have been the gentle Aglaia that we know as well, but she's always burdened with being like the leader, you know. She has to be more serious sometimes.
Mysterious ritual Is there really nothing we can do but wait?
Is Don Hong gonna jump in there?
I don't know about the rest of them, but I don't like to just sit by and wait for my fate to be
Don Hong, I
decided.
love you so much. Honestly, like I feel like that's a very normal thing. Like some people like stuff to be done for them 100%. Yeah, but it depends, I suppose.
I pray you truly are prepared, Lord Finon.
You seem worried.
I spoke at length with Lord Finon before. There was hesitation in his words. The manifestation of the prophecy must have seen this. It saw Lord Finon's heart wavering. Wherever he is, whatever he is fighting, I pray he makes it through
Wow.
this test.
And the thing is as well, you can tell Castris and Finon like are really close, and Mighty as well. Like even though they have like they're so different, they are like the definition of like ragtag, right? 100%. You sleeping?
Looks like she fell asleep.
Oh.
Presiding over this ritual must take quite a toll.
100%.
Snow.
Oh.
Will succeed.
That's adorable. That's absolutely adorable. That's so adorable.
Finan steers his own fate. If he can conquer his fear and return as a demigod, we will be one step closer to the miracle that the prophecy promised.
And that's the thing, it's just a step, isn't it? It's just a step. You have a lot of faith in him.
You must have noticed by now. Every Chrysos heir here bears a flaw of sorts. Be it the curse of immortality, or the constant erosion of their humanity.
Is that Castris?
Or... But not Finan. He is a Chrysos heir without flaw.
Wow.
A perfect vessel for divinity. There will come a day when he leads everyone we have left, through the gates of the miracle.
And that's so interesting as well, because like obviously he has emotional, like, not flaws, but you know that everyone has like stuff about them that is not perfect, right? But like in terms of like a divine character, he is meant to be that hero. He is meant to be that person that leads everybody.
Still too late.
Mighty showed up! Of course he did. Oop, missed the party. Find it said you were coming. Of course he showed up. Of course he did. Look at this man. Very sweet. A very sweet. And again, I know like it's gonna be like he's like I just wanted to see it, or like I didn't want anyone to be like to think I didn't care about this. Well, you know what I mean? He's gonna say something to maybe brush it away a little bit, but like he respects Finon a lot, and that's honestly really really cool. Really really cool stuff here.
The constellation of the Lance of Fury is already illuminated.
Yep.
That must mean
He's already gone in there.
The Corflane has been surrendered. The Lord Finon's test isn't over yet. The prophecy sent an ambassador. They acknowledged Lord Finon's strength and character, but had doubts about his strength of will.
Interesting. And that's because I was wondering, like, what was it for everyone they have to do this? But maybe it's just if they have doubts about someone.
He must conquer his fear, improve himself to the prophecy.
Improve himself to himself, I think. I think himself too. Not that Castris isn't saying this, but I think it's also a really important part about Finan's character is proving himself to himself as well.
I was right to be worried. I want to formally thank you, outsiders. Were it not for your aid, our campaign against Nikador would have been 100 times more arduous.
No problem. No problem whatsoever. Isn't it nice to be polite? Talk is cheap. Wait, what? Do you want a kiss or something? What do we want? Is it nice to be polite?
Kremnoans revere strength and military might. That does not mean we lack etiquette.
No, I appreciate it, like 100%. I appreciate it so much.
Mighty, what do you mean when you said you were worried?
That was actually very kind from my day, 100%. And seeing that side to him is also really cool too.
They don't know yet?
Wait, so there's something else we weren't aware of?
That guy has always been tormented by his past.
Finon?
I may not be the right person to tell you about him, but you must know his past if you are to continue fighting alongside
So
Finon.
we're gonna... Okay. If he's okay with us knowing 100%, and I mean, they must know he's okay with us knowing.
Lord Mighty.
There we go.
Please, allow me.
Right, so they're okay with us knowing this 100%. So something about Finon's past?
Very well.
Before he was chosen by the prophecy, Lord Finon had everything taken away from him. His home, his family, his close friends. Everything he once swore
And that's
to protect.
probably why Erdani was saying he wished he could go back, but it's not possible.
He became a hollowed shell in his youth, and the blazing flames of vengeance were the only thing sustaining him.
Jesus, man. And what a way to put it as well.
The prophecy gave him a new mission, granting him a new life as a Chrysos heir. But which is more important to him? His new mission, or his desire for revenge?
So that was a question they asked. Has that been answered, or?
I'm afraid only he knows.
Oh, okay.
No. Perhaps he himself is still struggling to get to an answer.
Which again, like, you can definitely tell there's a struggle inside of him, but I just thought it was a lot of self-doubt, which again, it could be still a lot of self-doubt in himself. But here it's also, like, the detail that they're talking about here is that he lost his land and everyone he thought he was going to protect. He became a hollow shell. And the only thing keeping him going was vengeance, which, by the way, this is something that happens in a lot of, like, different stories. It's not healthy 100%. But it can be something like hate can keep you going very, very much so. It's just that once you fulfill what your hatred desires, there's nothing left. You know what I mean? There's what you kept going for this whole time is not going to keep you going after that.
I acknowledge his strength, but fear is something not even the sharpest of swords can cut through.
Wow, my day with some really poignant words here.
I hope you've toughened your resolve, Deliver.
And that's what he calls Finon as well. So I wonder if, like, the fear is the fear in Finon, like, has he overcome his desire for revenge in lieu of his desire for to save Amphoreus and to become a Chrysos heir, right?
Only a will as tough as stone can shatter the darkest nightmares.
Huh? What are we doing here? That's Who's that? I thought that was, I saw the pink hair and I thought, like, March for a second, but, like, there's Capella here. Who is that?
Is something wrong?
Young Finon? So this is like a long time ago, but it's on Amphoreus. What?
Ugh, don't keep me in suspense. Come on, tell me already. What did you see?
What did you see?
I just wanted to get a reaction out of you. All right, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's definitely not March. March's voice is way softer and kind of like more, not softer, but like has a different tinge to it.
This card is the Deliverer.
But this is young Finon, whoever this is. It's Amphoreus.
Deliverer? What does that mean? The interpretation is really long. Maybe I should just skip it.
What? I have no idea who this is. I have no idea what's happening.
All you need to know is, this card means you'll be a hero, worshipped by all. You will protect this world and save lots and lots of people from scary enemies with your sword. Do you like the sound of that?
So interesting. That this was like a proclamation, or not a proclamation, but like I guess like a card, or like I guess like a tarot card type of thing that was already kind of like predetermined for him, or at least like it was said he would be like this.
But
I'm really trying to think here.
what's the matter? This is a good card. But I don't want to be everyone's hero. I just want to stay in this village with everyone I know. Grandma and Grandpa said the outside world is full of bad people. That's why they're always at war.
Who wants to save bad people like that?
True.
I can be a hero, but only our
He's actually
village's
so
little
true.
hero.
But this is like interesting that Finon is saying this as a kid when he became like the essence of a hero in Amphoreus. Like he's the definition of a hero in Amphoreus. The people praise, the people love.
Well, little hero, if the day comes for us to say goodbye to ID Silizii, could you become a deliverer then?
Say goodbye to us. This is probably the place that obviously got destroyed that he wanted like revenge for, right? Adios Elysiae.
Do I have to leave the village? Mm-hmm. If something like that happens, someone will have to save the world.
Someone.
Then I'll... I'm just teasing you. Don't worry. ID Silizii is a peaceful place. Bad people won't
Oh my
reach
god,
us
don't say
here.
that. Don't say that.
Are you going home already? If you're not in a hurry, should we go play with the fairies again?
Fairies! Okay, I love playing with them. I'll win back the wooden sword I lost to them.
Look at how excited that got you. Let's go then.
So whoever this is was important to Finon.
May this world never have need for a deliverer.
What? It's like a blade stuck in this character? What was that? I literally, when I saw the pink hair, I thought March was who it was.
Pom Pom, have you prepared our meals?
Like
already?
legit, I was like a March, but then I heard the voice.
Of course the food's ready. March isn't feeling well, so Pom Pom has specially prepared the conductor's special bland meal that'll be easy on her stomach.
But of course, you know, March is sick now as well. I don't know, that scene was clearly like obviously talking about Finon and someone who he trusted very much and what happened to his homeworld.
Can you bring it to her, Himiko?
Man, my mind is a little melted. Whenever they do stuff like that where I'm like, what is happening? I'm always like a little bit like taken back. But I think intentionally they kind of want you to feel that way sometimes, obviously.
Gladly. Why don't we also get her a...
Nuh-uh. No coffee.
Oh,
when
let her
she's
have a
already
coffee.
feeling unwell.
Let her have a coffee. Come on. Man. My stomach's in bits.
March, I'm coming in, okay?
What's happened here? Oh my freaking god, what's happened? Like all the ice is jutting up from the bed. What has happened? Is she freezing over again?
Where there are people, there is noise.
That's how we're doing a cliffhanger? What happened to March? Shadow of Remembrance? Nameless Recollection. Thank you. Sure. No, that's grand. I know, yes. Can I be... we can do this in a second, but can I be completely freaking honest? This is not the time. This is not the... Thank you, ma'am. This is not the time. Like, you can't do that and then be like, oh, read the book. You know? I'm not in the space to read the book. This is like someone like telling you like crazy news that shocks you to your core and then going like, here, read this magazine. Have you eaten properly? Not all Stellarons have the same country. This is crazy that they're going, hey, read a book after this reveal. And again, I love this idea of the book, but like I feel like it's not the time. Give me a second. Give me a minute. Want to hear me burp? So cute. I've never heard her before. It was like that before. If you still, it must be sound delightful. I'm just my view right now, and I was hoping to invite you along for a walk in the midnight sunshine. Come on, let's try it and see how comfy it feels. close the book. We can add more to it. I know we can. Okay, there we go. Okay. I take back what I said. But still, I think Honkai did that before, where Honkai will do this like crazy big moment, and then they'll go, "What about all the?" You know what happened before? It was actually like not as crazy, but remember they had this gigantic moment with Adventurine, where I was bawling my eyes out, and then like the game goes, "Okay, now deal with this Don Hung Boot Hill cutscene."
Danger.
So let's go up to top then to talk about the stuff that we just saw here. Go up to the Astral Express. There's a lot happening here, and I hope March is going to be okay. I really hope March is going to be okay. Just absolutely insane cliffhanger with March there, but also like, and it's seen with Finon there with another character too. And it's interesting as well, like, we're having like, we're ending this worried about some pink-haired characters as well, Oh, we can't go here. Okay, that's fine. We can't go there at all. Let's talk about this. So, this to me, this ending that we got here felt like at the start we were kind of like, I thought it was going to kind of be kind of like a conclusion of like of Finon's kind of like journey and to get the core flame. But it turned out to be like a lot more like intricate and like strange than that as well. Because we did start off with like some really great sequences. Like before we went to rest, we got to see this amazing storybook, and I love the new mechanic of like getting to write out the story and see my day's story. We found a mem is able to speak more words now all of a sudden, which is probably to do with like maybe finding more memory cores and things like this as well. But we also saw like an amazing scene as it was the day before the stuff with the core flame ceremony between Finon and Castorus. And I think what they've done so well with Finon's character here is they have made him this like hero who is like this perfect character, this like amazingly cool and incredible character in terms of like how heroic he is and how heroic he feels. But I feel like they have that doubt in him, and that nervousness that he always like displays is a great way to balance out that heroism. Because you can be nervous in a hero's out, but I'm saying that like it makes him like fallible and makes him like someone you can like relate to in some way. You saw him there talking to Castorus. He was trying to like quell his nerves. He was wondering if he was the one who was even worthy for this still. And now we found out from my day and Castorus later on that the reason for this is because he was seen as, or he at one point lost everything. And you saw that when he was talking about it, he wanted to like return to a world, his world, so he could feel more comfortable. But at one point he lost everything. And his desire for revenge became the strongest thing that kept him going. But now that he's a Chrysos heir, he has this conflict in him sometimes of like, which is stronger? Will I still give in to the idea of like wanting revenge, or will I, how do I say it? Will I, perform my duty as a Chrysos heir, which is more important, right? And that stuff, like, I think, again, makes him very, like, grounded and relatable. Not relatable in the sense where we're like, oh, do I want revenge or will I become a Chrysos heir? But because we all have those things inside us that, like, really, like, make us stop and think about our decisions and our actions and stuff like this. And I feel like he's definitely no different. That struggle you see in his face and in his voice, even though, like, my day noticed this, Castorus noticed this, Aglaya definitely noticed this, but he's still facing this trial head on because of the doubts he has in his mind. We saw in that cutscene we just saw there, like, some character there, and it's so funny because, like, whenever I see pink hair, I just go like, oh, March, because you think of pink hair, but, like, it wasn't like, March's voice is a lot more softer, of course, so it definitely wasn't like March, but there's a character here that, has a relation to Finon, who lived on this world of Amphoreus as well, who basically asked him to be the hero if needs be, but basically told him you wouldn't need to be the hero, and then ended with like a knife in this character's chest. And like, I wonder exactly like if that's what's always in his mind this whole time. The fact that he was almost given this sword and given this heroic kind of title to deliver all this stuff as well, from this person. And I think it's very difficult in general to like lose a homeworld, but you can definitely see that Finon had like a very smart head on his shoulders even as a kid. He didn't want to leave this village. He didn't want to leave the place. He didn't want to fight for people. He didn't want to do all this, but now he is like technically fighting a war for people that he thought were kind of foolish, because again, from a kid's perspective, it's like, what, you know, it's like there's some kids who would want to go out to war, but Finon's kind of like the opposite. He didn't want this. He didn't want to be like a warrior or some soldier, but now he's considered like, you know, the beacon of these Chrysos heirs. And I think it's honestly like a very well-written story to have like a character who didn't ask for this, didn't want this, doesn't want this, but he has it now, and that's him. He is the truest warrior in the truest sense, but he's also a character that didn't want any of this at all. I think it's a very interesting detail. So his world was destroyed, and of course, like, he was forced to go out into the world, and that's what's so interesting too. It's like, it's so heartbreaking, like when you're writing a story, to have a character that like didn't want anything to do with this violence, didn't want anything to do with anything in the outside world, but is forced to leave. At that point too. We're gonna have to find out who this person is. Again, it's one of those situations where, like, again, as I said, the first instinct when I saw it, I was like, oh, is that March, you know? Because, like, again, we know March is like sick when she got close to this place, so I was like, oh, maybe that's like something like that. But it's one of those situations where I think it's just like, we're gonna have to accept the fact that there's probably other characters with pink hair, you know. But yeah, it's one of those situations where, like, I was kind of like, what the hell is happening here? I was kind of confused, but I think the confusion just sitting there was kind of like really okay as well. And it was like a really well done sequence, and you could tell that there was like a lot of, like, you know, a connection there between this character and Finon. And Finon was obviously very little at the time too. So Finon's gone into this trial now, and he has to prove his like might, I guess, against like this ideal. And honestly, like, it's a really, again, as I said, well done sequence. The idea that Finon has all these doubts in his heart, Aglaia could sense it too, and even she was kind of like being a bit more forceful with him. He has to go in here, and even though he's done all these trials, he still has to. He's done all the physical stuff. He's proven as a warrior he is so tough. But is his mind in the right place? And I think that's like a really cool idea to have here, because we've seen his doubts. We've seen him try to pass on to Maide. We've seen him once again trying to pass on to Maide with Aglaia. He's asked Castris, am I the right person for this job? Those doubts in his mind were so apparent to us. Not just like they springed upon us and like they told us like he has doubts. They've showed us that he has doubts, and it's been a really well done story. And we're gonna have to see where that goes from there as well. We also saw the stuff with we know Welt and Sunday and the rest of the crew are trying to help us, but we saw the stuff with HERTA, and my interpretation of the stuff with HERTA is that HERTA was trying to contact Noose to ask him a question about divining or divinity, and to do this she had to use the power of the entire station, but the three parts of the station were kind of corrupted, and we found out that it was actually corrupted by the memory, the remembrance, what did they call them, the memory keepers. And they basically wanted to lure HERTA into doing this like whole thing so they could lead them to Noose, but she actually found out and was able to trap this person. The reason why I really like this sequence is that I feel like we got to know HERTA better than we ever have. Yes, we have a really amazing design and a really cool character design for HERTA, but we also got to see like what you call it, like her as a person. Because we saw like her kindness here. We saw her like that she's not just like this cold-hearted person who doesn't care about humanity at all. Yes, she's very like straightforward, and sometimes she, like, again, that genius level social ability doesn't come into play it comes into play, and she doesn't really like know how to like speak to people properly. But she is like this character who behind all that like craziness, behind that like vindictiveness, behind that danger and that dangerous nature that she has, she actually does have like a very good moral compass at the very least. Because even when she like was telling this lady she was going to torture her, it seemed like she was saying that like we'll figure out what to do with her later. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going to keep her there forever. But I think she wanted to scare her as much as possible. So that's why I kind of like about her this character. She's funny, she's charming, but she's also crazy and kooky. And she's also like very like on at least at some level a good person, right? She's not just like this evil person who's going to do bad things for the sake of it. She didn't want Welter Sunday to be destroyed either. In the process, and she literally wanted to be woken up, because in the process of, again, this is her dream, and that's why it showcases to me like how she's, again, they made her more relatable and more understandable. The fact that like she wanted this so badly, but she couldn't handle the fact that these two people that she didn't know who they were at the time were going to be destroyed. And Welt is asking for help for March, and we saw later on with the stuff with Himiko, March definitely needs help whatever is happening with her. That is as scary as F cliffhanger, having all this ice like jut out of the ground. It's actually like a really terrifying thing they've done here. But I will work effortlessly to help March as well. But I think that, yeah, that cliffhanger is perfect in terms of like just making me absolutely terrified. They did a good job of just absolutely terrifying me there. So I can only like just praise the hell out of it in that sense as well. It was a really great sequence from where we started this episode to the end. We got to see the really cool stuff of HERTA and use her moveset, which was really awesome too. They really did a good job of showing Finon's doubts coming up to the last moments, which made it make sense why you had to do another trial instead of just having it, just spring upon us. They had My Day and Castor show concern for him in a lot of ways too, and Finon showing concern for My Day, which is also awesome seeing their like very respectful dynamic. And we got to see Aglaya being a leader as well. Trinan doing the historic stuff and kind of like, the reciting, which again, that whole sequence is fantastic. Seeing like this very religious, like heavy element to this ritual. They really drove it home, like how important it is, because I felt like I was like in the audience myself, just like, oh my God, this is like awe-inspiring in a way, in like a very terrifying way, showcasing how important it is. And showcasing how important is that for Amphoreus. I think they did a fantastic job with all of this, and now we're leaving ourselves with a cliffhanger of what is happening with March. What is HERTA going to help us do with the stuff with March? And clearly Welt is very worried about her, and also we have to see if Finon's going to be able to complete this trial.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
Yeah, I like this stuff. I really did. I think they did a fantastic job, as I said, with Finon's character, with HERTA's character, and with the little side stuff as well with other characters too. And also, I really like the mechanic of the book that we saw as well. But we got to complete we're going to complete like My Day's story and other character's story too. It's a nice little side thing to get rewards, but also have some like very beautiful writing at the same time also. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you very much for supporting me. And if you want to get these videos early, you can do the lowest tier on YouTube or on Patreon. And believe it or not, guys, that actually helps out like so much. We've had like over the past few weeks, I would say, crazily enough, we've had around 33 new people join the Patreon and the YouTube membership altogether. And, some people might be like, hey, like it does, and I know it sounds like, so like, I have no problem like advertising my Patreon, but it's like, yeah, it helps a lot. I want to make it clear. Like you might be like, oh, I'm giving €1 or whatever. I don't scoff at that. That's so nice. That's so nice and helps so much. So thank you so much for doing that for the people that joined. And also you can join as well if you want as well. Guys, I'm going to say thank you to my patrons, the highest tier, which again, you can check out on the Patreon how the highest tier is €15 or $17. And also you can see on the screen, there's also the $12 tier and the €10 tier. And I want to say thank you to my patrons, Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Yuled, Radish, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Anusta, Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Yuled, Radish, Nusta, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Ike Kasparian, Jared Beanham, Neo Showerite, and at the highest tier on my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Nusanagi. See you guys soon.